Happy Thursday. Happy Friday Eve. It's your girl, C. Witt, and I am live on location at Faith Farm CDC. Behind me, you see young people. There's a flurry of activity because today is the official opening day. People are driving up. They're getting their boxes. Young man, can you bring one of these boxes over to me so we can show them what they're getting? Pastor Curtis Whitaker is at the helm here on 656 Carolina Street, and I have some young people with me. They are helping. Hold that box up. You see they have boxes of fresh greens and eggs and all the things that are being grown right here in Gary, Indiana. Okay, it's getting heavy. You all can keep on going. I jumped on the live to let everybody know that you still have time to get in on these healthy eats because they're here all week, every day, every weekday, out here growing, teaching, loving, learning, and making Gary the green city that it should be. Healthy eating. When I pulled up, there was a gentleman. I was trying to get my microphones and equipment together, and he was like, "Are you here for your boxes?" I said, "Well, I'm here to cover my client, but actually I am also here for a box of healthy eats." We have Frida Graves, who oversees the whole program, and she's buzzing and moving around here. But another exciting element of today is we have a professional chef who's here with the young people, teaching them how to take this healthy food that's being grown fresh from the ground and put it on the grill. So you said, "Chelsea, I want to see it." I'm so glad you asked because I am here to deliver live coverage so that you know exactly what's happening in our beautiful, beautiful city. So we're going to head on down to where the grilling is going on. I'm always up for a good grill. And the one part that is really inspiring is all the young people who are here helping, assisting, and learning how to grow from the ground to the table, and then how to prepare that fresh food that they've learned to grow. There are chickens and goats out here, and we also host field trips for the community and community organizations to learn more about healthy eating. Good morning, everybody. We're live, and I've just wanted to get some information of what's taking place over here. I'm looking at the chef on the grill, and I see something delicious. Can you just tell me what's on the grill today?
Today we have spring rolls. We have
sweet potatoes. Just asking if you could tell us what's on the grill today, chef.
Today we did a little twist on a spring roll, and we did it with our cabbage from the farm, sweet potatoes, and zucchini and yellow squash.
That is so amazing. It sounds so fresh and healthy.
Making some beautiful spring rolls right
And how are the young people getting involved?
Loving it.
I love it.
How are the young people getting involved today?
So they're all building. We're all building. So they're building the sweet potato, kind of like an egg roll. It's kind of like an egg roll. So they're building it. They're rolling it. We're grilling them to give it a little crunch, and then that's it. And we're just cutting them and having our little samples.
Sounds amazing. Thank you so much for being here, and save a spring roll for me. So I'm going to keep moving right along, everybody. I want to take you over to the farm, and we're going to make sure that we get Frida on camera so that she can tell you it's not too late to get your boxes. It's a program where every month you come by and pick up your box. You pay a mere $30 or $35. Make sure you follow the Faith Farm CDC page, and you can get regular updates. I'm excited for the people of the young people of the YWCA of Northwest Indiana, because that's my client too, and they have a field trip planned for this coming Friday. So we'll be back at the farm. There she is, Frida Graves, Miss Faith Farms herself. I told you I have you saved to my phones as Frida Farms. Hey, Frida, I just went over there. They're going to save me a spring roll. But how exciting is it today? And just for those who don't know, tell them what's going on today.
So this is our opening day. And we have several different items that are in our boxes. We'll be here from 10 to 2. We prefer to pre-order, but if you didn't pre-order, come on down. We'll make you a box up.
Okay, that would be me. I didn't pre-order. I'm sorry, Frida.
Okay, we have collards, Mustards. Well, the mustard greens are going fast. So we have collards, mustards, and turnip greens. We have romaine lettuce. We have tomatoes, green tomatoes, garlic, onions,
I need all that.
and fruit. Of course, we have to procure the fruit. Some of the stuff is not ready yet because it is June.
Okay.
But between the local farmers and some of the farmers markets and ourselves, you get a nice box for $30.
And we're at 656 Carolina Street on Gary's East Side. It just smells so good out here, Frida. I wish we had smell-o-vision.
Oh, yes, and we have Chef Lucero.
Yes, I went over there and got a shot of the grill, and I just begged her to save me one spring
She's
roll.
making spring rolls.
Yes.
And we're teaching children.
That's what I was going to ask you.
As well.
Frida.
We have our 25 Master Gardeners out.
Yes, how important is it to get young people involved when we talk about healthy
It is
eating?
so important. We not only have the agriculture going on this summer, we're going to have a painter Paris Gill that's going to come out there and teach them about art. We have Terrell from the DK Devils. They're going to teach them about photography. We have an electrician. Our deacon is an electrician. He's going to teach them about electricity in your home. It's so important to engage them in all aspects.
What a great summer, don't you
It
think?
is wonderful.
And I was just coming from another event at one of our elementary schools where Purdue was talking to them about healthy eating. And when they asked them, what's your favorite snack? They said things like chips and Takis. How does Faith Farm help combat that way of living?
That is education. We can do different things with different vegetables that taste good, and that'll be your new favorite snack.
Yes.
We can do different smoothies, and that's your new favorite snack, using vegetables from the ground. So it's all about education and learning. The nutritional value, yeah, they're still going to have their chips and Takis every so often, but at least if they're educated. I've had children say, now I'm going to tell my mother to go to the store and buy these carrots because I like these carrot sticks dipped in this. So that's the way you have to educate.
So one more thing, Frida, more people have started to jump on. Who do you have standing with you? And then tell us one more time how to get the boxes.
This is David.
Hey, David.
David is alternating between, he's one of our junior master gardeners for the summer.
Nice, David.
He's alternating between helping with the sous chef and then helping me inside. And the way you get your boxes is right now, you can either call 219-880-0850 for future boxes.
Okay.
But for today, we've already had a lot of pre-orders, so the best way to get one today would just to be to drive up.
Roll up. Pull up
Say, I
on
would
Frida.
like to get a box.
Okay.
And if we run out because you made a certain amount, we'll make you a new one.
And the cost?
And the cost is $30 without eggs and $35 with eggs.
And what forms of payment are you accepting today?
We're accepting cash, debit, SNAP. Well, checks not so much, but those for cash, debit, and SNAP for today.
Okay.
Checks if I know you.
Okay. And if I have a group, well, I know the Y is coming on Friday.
That's
if it's a
right.
church group watching, a nonprofit organization, they want to schedule a visit, what do we need to do?
You need to call 219-880-0850, and she will get the message to me.
Okay.
I'll set you up for a farm tour. They'll be able to feed the animals and learn about the nutrition that's in the ground, what God gave us.
Amen.
God is giving back to us in our city of Gary.
This
And
is
the
such a
wonderful things that are
jewel.
happening.
Yes, it's such a jewel in our city. What are the goats doing today, Frida? What are goats?
They're doing goat things.
Goat-like activities.
Goat-like activity, mostly eating.
Okay, well,
eating.
I am going to move around a little bit more, then I'm going to switch channels, and I'll be back to talk to you on Faith Farm CDC page.
All right,
Thank you,
bye-bye.
Frida.
Come on down.
Oh my goodness, I love my city so much. So we have volunteers out here, and our young master gardeners are over there working. So when people say, well, there isn't anything in Gary and there isn't anything to do in Gary and our children aren't doing anything in Gary, the lies they tell. We are at 656 Carolina Street. Special thanks to Pastor Curtis Whitaker, the author, the visionary of the whole Faith Farm CDC program. And it has grown since I did my live here last summer, even since I did it a couple of weeks ago on that rainy Monday. And I cooked those greens, and let me tell you about the greens, brothers, the turnips, the mustards, and the collards were delicious. Are you all a part of the Master Gardeners program? What is one of your favorite things about being at the farm?
Like how you get to learn new things and plant new things that you didn't know about and interesting things like that.
And feed the animals.
And feeding the animals. What is your favorite vegetable?
Green.
Greens. What about you?
Green.
Greens. Gotta love those greens. We are at 656 Carolina Street in Gary, Indiana, and our young people are getting a first-hand lesson from gardeners on how to plant correctly, appropriately, so they can go from the farm to the table with great food. Good morning, everybody. See Wit. We are broadcasting live. Just want to chat with you for a minute. Tell me what's going on over here at the farm.
Hello. We at Faith Farms. Brother Damon Bazell, president of Gary Food Council. These are our junior master gardener graduates, and they're going from theory to practice. And we out here just putting in some yellow squash, some watermelon, some greens.
Did you say watermelon? I just had to pause for a moment of silence. Love me some watermelon.
We got watermelon, squash, greens, cabbage, a lot of different things going on this day.
Now tell me, how important is it to get the young people involved? I asked Frida, but I love to get everybody's perspective because you know they love the chips and all those other kind of snacks that we grew up on. But I think we're changing the narrative and turning the corner about what it means to eat healthy.
Absolutely. We try to get them started early. We got interns as young as 3rd and 4th grade. So by the time they get into middle school and high school, they're already starting having healthy habits and eating right.
Yes. Well, I have seen a lot of people coming to pick up their boxes, and the farming that you're doing is making sure that those boxes keep coming, correct?
Yes.
All right.
Absolutely.
Did you get your box?
Yeah, I got my box. I'm going to get a box.
Okay. All right. Well, thank
Yes.
you so much for being here. I'm just going to get a little bit more of the shots of our young gardeners, everybody. Gary, Indiana. I keep trying to tell you, it's so fun to be in Gary. It's a beautiful day. The sun is shining. And guess what? My box is waiting inside the church. So you know this broadcast won't be too long because I have fresh greens to get, everybody. If you are interested in getting your box, come on over to 656 Carolina Street right here in Gary, Indiana, in the Emerson section of Gary. The boxes include fresh produce, fruits. They're $30 without eggs and $35 with eggs. They accept cash, they accept SNAP, and they accept debit cards. There's my girl Robin Fitness Guru. You all know her from all of the different workouts that she does all throughout the community, and she's here getting her greens and her boxes too. Come on over to this fence. Volunteer extraordinaire. Robin shared with me off camera that she also does some volunteering at the farm. And look how great she looks. And it's because it's that green eating.
Yeah.
Robin, tell me about your experience at Faith Farms.
Oh, wow. So I come here weekly with my son. He's over there feeding the goats. And we volunteer and we help to harvest the farm and feed the animals because he loves feeding the animals. It's very therapeutic for me. So I love to come and volunteer for those reasons specifically. We also love the fact that we're giving back to the community, and that is one of my messages, one of my purposes in life, is to give back to the community and help people.
Well, Robin, we know that goes hand in hand with your whole healthy lifestyle and teaching the classes. So how did you end up getting involved in the first place?
Well, I went to Pastor Curtis. Pastor Curtis told me to come out and volunteer for something to do with my time. I recently had a loss. So that was one of my things that I wanted to fulfill the grief and just spend some time and get to reconnect with myself. And he suggested coming out to the farm and volunteering.
Well, it looks good on you. Let me tell you, I need to go find the goats, Robin. It's the goats for me. Okay, we got to come see the goats. I'm in heels, so wish me luck. We are broadcasting live, 656 Carolina Street, Gary, Indiana. Faith Farms, CDC. Have you gotten your fresh produce box yet? I don't know. Well, Teresa, this young lady walking toward me, is out here working, and she told me they have been coming in nonstop. We have a young man with a wheelbarrow. We have young people who actually know what a wheelbarrow is. I'm so happy. Nobody's out here on their phones. Nobody's out here playing Roblox. You are out here farming, and we love it. We have the grill that's hot and fresh, where they are grilling some spring rolls with cabbage and sweet potatoes, and you guessed it, they were grown right here in this farm. I would be remiss if I didn't make my way over to the goats. I asked Frida what the goats were doing, and she told me they were doing goat things. So I'm going to find out what goat things are. Now, Frida, I know this area over here. This is the area where the herbs are, right? I love me some cilantro and fresh mint. All kinds of things are here.
Damon over there, he's our instructor for the kids.
I did a great interview with him and met all of your master gardeners.
Rosemary, lavender, eucalyptus, stevia, pineapple sage, which I wrote a thing about last week.
I saw that.
Basil.
Oh, gotta love your fresh basil for my spaghetti. Wheat pasta.
Yes.
Okay, I'm moving over here because I think people don't believe me when I say there are goats in Gary. There are goats in Gary. And if there's a story to tell, I'll tell it if it's a good one. Gary, Indiana, Faith Farms, CDC, 656 Carolina Street, right here on the property of the Progressive Baptist Church, where Curtis Whitaker is pastor. And these are the chickens. As I make my way to the goats, I'll just make a pit stop to where the chickens are. Like they want to do a CWIT session. You all want to do a CWIT session? It's kind of hot though.
Yeah, it's very hot.
Very hot. And so I'm coming around to the goats. They're feeding the goats. And I have to be very careful because those who know me already know that I'm in stilettos. I can't help it. That's just filled with nothing but fresh produce. And they even have a beehive where they are doing organic honey. And they're teaching the children with professional beekeepers on how to mine honey. I think that's the verb, that you mine honey, harvest honey. I don't know honey, but I'm just happy to be here. People are passing by and rolling up to get their boxes. If you have not gotten your box and you didn't pre-order, it's while supplies last. No need to call, just come on up here. They're here till 2 o'clock today. And they are here to supply you with a big box of fresh produce along with eggs. That would be $35. And without eggs, it's $30. Faith Farms CDC, where we are teaching the community what fresh foods and fresh eating is all about. I took the long way, and here are the trees. It's like the section with an orchard. It's just so much going on and so much to see, which is precisely why I recommend that you schedule a tour. Don't just rely on me on my live. Hello, how are you doing today? Well, such mannerable young men and women out here watering, planting, and I can't wait to see what they grow. Let's come on over to the goats. I know everybody's been waiting on the goats, and I'm almost there. Almost there, almost there. Stay with me. Who you with? This is your girl, C. Witt, out here feeding the goats. Again, it's my girl Robin and her son. Look at them. See, they're getting the good green stuff, and we need to get the good green stuff too. Well, goodness. Now, are these ducks over here?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to make sure I say all my animals right. So they're doing the duck eggs, and then your chicken eggs, and then you have your goats over here. Wow. I tell you, there's never a dull moment in my city. Faith Farm CDC, if you're just tuning in, 656 Carolina Street in the Emerson neighborhood of downtown Gary. Oh, they are fighting for those greens. Yeah. What are you all feeding them? What kind?
Lettuce.
Lettuce. Okay, okay.
Cabbage, kale, pretty much all the greens that they grow on the farm. A lot of everything. And they eat a lot. They eat quite a bit.
They eat a lot?
Yeah.
Well, if you're going to eat a lot, that's the right thing to eat a lot of, I would say. Yeah? All right. Well, y'all, these are the goats. If you want to come see them in person, live and up close, then make your way over to Faith Farm CDC, and you can see the goats. You can feed the goats. Just ask Miss Frida. Can I feed the goats, Miss Frida? And she will oblige. All right, I'm making my way around so I can do my final wrap up, but I will say it again. Shout out to Pastor Curtis Whitaker for creating this amazing opportunity right here in our community to eat fresh. And I don't mean Subway. I mean from the ground on the farm to the table. And I'm not just talking about it. I'm being about it. I'm going to go get my box of fresh produce, and you get to get it once a month. So if you follow the Faith Farm CDC Facebook page, then you'll get all the updates if they are having a special sale or if there's something happening at the farm. And they also will be expanding the property on the far end to include a space where people can come and do live entertainment like spoken word. And so there are a lot of plans in store, as Pastor Whitaker has shared with me, and I'm excited to be a part of it and to represent them and to help them tell the story of Faith Farm CDC. As I finish this live broadcast, I'm going to turn it back on me. I've actually got some steps in, y'all. I just want you to share this video. That's how we get the word out, so nobody can say, I didn't know they were growing fresh produce right here in Gary and I could come pick mine up every month. Yes, they are. 656 Carolina Street, Faith Farm CDC. You can't miss it. It's a massive, massive operation.